But instead of like just turn around, this guy puts his hand So sorry homies, it's your homegirl Natalie. Remember when I said this is one of a kind? Any juicy stories? Well, there's been one story I've been holding on for a really long time, but I always thought I don't want to jeopardize anyone's career. Ooh.
Oh, wait,
no,
did you tell me?
Yeah, I told you. You know, it's the holiday season, it's a time for giving, and I thought I would give you some chisme. All names will be changed, all places will be changed. Are you gonna come up? This story takes place 2016, 2017. It was around Fashion Week. We had gone to Itaewon. Again, places are changed. And one of the girls I was with was like, oh, hey, I know this one spot. They play really good music. Let's go there. Playing like 90s jams. Really surprised because normally it's just like, it's just a lot of EDM here. Go downstairs, there's a bar, giant dance floor, and then randomly there's like this other little area. Think of like an L shape. Like the dance floor is kind of continued, and there's a pretty big like seated area, which I think like VIP guests or whatever would go in there. It's not even like a fancy place. And there's also the bathrooms over there. So let's just stand around in that corner. My friends were like, hey, we're gonna go get a drink. But they didn't want to go to the bar. They instead wanted to go outside to like a CU, like a convenience store, and just grab drinks there. They would be coming back. Okay, cool, I'm not drinking. I'll just stay here. They leave me, I'm just by myself. And then here comes this guy. He comes from that like seated area, that like VIP seated area. He goes into the middle of the dance floor. He has his little cap on and he starts dancing. And he's dancing like really well. I'm like, wow, this guy's a really good dancer, but he's like too good of a dancer. And it's not only like dancing like This looks like choreography. More than choreography, this looks like a K-pop dance. More than K-pop dance, this looks like a specific group style of dancing. Oh God, I'm just gonna say any boy band, very known for the dancing. Okay, let's say 17. It's not 17. I'm just putting it out, it is not 17. This looks like how a group member from 17 would dance. Because this person has a cap on, and I'm like, and even more specifically than that, this looks like this one particular member from this group. I'm like, but he has that cap on. I'm like, I don't know. Then here comes this other guy, and they're kind of like battling it out. And as I'm looking at this guy dancing, I see it even more and more. I'm like, no, that style of dancing not only is K-pop, not only is 17, this is specifically this member dancing. I'm like, I know it. He has a cap on, he goes like this, and I see like this part of his face, and I'm like, is most definitely this member. Who's a member from 17? Okay, Vernon. That's an easy name. Of course, none of my friends are there. It's just little old me. And as they're like walking back to the seated area, one dude kind of goes like this, and that just like hits me directly in the eye. And I'm like, oh my God. I was all like teary. I was like, fuck, my makeup. And then at this time, finally my friends come back. I think this is Vernon from 17. No way, why would they be here? So then the dude with the cap, he ends up going to the bathroom. So we had our male friend, we like looked up the photo. So he goes, and I'm like, I'm telling you, it's him. After some time, he comes back and he's like, it's him. I knew it. My guy friend was like, yeah, he was actually really surprised that one, I even knew the group. Two, he was really surprised that he recognized him because he didn't have any makeup on. And so when he asked like, hey, can I take a picture with you? He's like, oh no, sorry, like no makeup. That happens. At this point, I'm just patting myself on the back because I'm like, yo, I didn't even have to see your face. All I had to see was your style of dancing, and I knew that was you because this particular group member is very known for his dancing. Everyone else that's sitting there is probably like the rest of the group members. And then this one dude from that table gets up. He doesn't have a cap on. He just has his drink. He's just there. And like, you know, the light is kind of like hitting him at some point. I was like, I know this member too. So I'm telling my friend, I was like, yo, this is like this dude. And they're like, really? Is that him? And I'm like, I'm telling you. Trust my eyes. My eyes can tell, okay, if someone's an idol or not. And then again, my friends are like, okay, we're gonna go get a drink. We're leaving, but we'll come back. And I'm like, all right, great, sure. So again, I'm left by my damn self up in this Claire. Natalie, you got nothing to lose. Just go talk to this person. Just gonna 1, 2, 3, turn around and go for it. And I go to him like, I like your music.
What?
Nore choyo. Which is not the right thing. You say uma. Then he responds in English. you know us? I was like, yeah, of course. I'm like, you're from 17. Again, not 17. Wow, that's so cool. He's like, nice to meet you. I'm Vernon. Yeah, I know. I'm Natalie. So we shake hands, then we just started talking. What I do in my brain is that I look so far ahead. Within this particular group, there are some members who are really close friends with this one K-pop boy that I really like. The gears in my brain are spinning. I was like, okay, Natalie, you're gonna become friends with Ben. From there, he's gonna introduce you to the guy that you like, and then you're gonna listen. This is delusional fangirl shit. And it was just funny, you know? Again, like this guy was even like my favorite dude from that particular group. There was another member that I actually like really liked. It was such a long time ago, so I'm just gonna give you like bits and pieces of our conversation. He asked me like, oh, so what are you doing here? And I didn't want to say like, I'm an English teacher, because then he might be like, oh snap. At the time I was working with a fashion magazine. I was like, oh, I just came from Fashion Week, you know, going backstage. I was doing video work and stuff. He's like, oh wow, that's interesting. I was like, yeah, you know, it's fun. He's like, oh, so where are you from? I'm from America. I've done concerts in America. I've done concerts in California. And now this is all in English. And I was so blown away by his English. This group, I've never seen them talk in English in variety shows or any other show. But the fact that we were able to keep this conversation going, I was very surprised. He's like, oh, we're preparing for a concert here. Now, girls and boys, you know, when you're feeling yourself and when you're feeling bold, you just do what you gotta do. So I go to him and I was like, oh, you have a concert here? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, so you're gonna invite me? Like, who do I think I am? At that time, I thought I was popping, okay? And he's like, yeah, of course. And so at some point he asked me like how old I was. Let's say if it was 2016, I must have been 25. Wow. Yeah, I'm 29 right now. Jesus. I told him like the year that I was born. I was like, oh, 91. Oh, I was born in... I'm brother. He's like, call me brother, which I know what he was meaning was like oppa. Like, no, I ain't calling you brother. I was like, you're not my brother. I ain't calling you brother. And in my head, I'm like, Natalie, like, what are you doing? And of course, my friends are not back. I was just like, what the fuck? So then he was like, oh, do you have a Korean phone? Oh, yeah, I have a Korean phone. Do you have Messenger? Do you, and I'm like, Kakao? Give me your Kakao. Oh my god, Natalie, you're gonna get this dude's Kakao. Like, that's it. You're in. You guys are gonna hang out. You're gonna eventually meet the dude that you like. And all your dreams are gonna come true. Okay, this just sounds like a straight up fan fiction. But it's real. It's real. It's fan nonfiction. So then he gives me his Kakao name. It was something so silly. So silly. Like, let's say like kitten kisses. He's telling me it letter by letter. And I'm like, kitten kisses? He gets on the floor. He's like, oh my god. Just laughing. I'm laughing. I'm good little bantering here and there. I was like, why are you here? He's like, it's Vernon's birthday. So we're here celebrating his birthday. I was like, oh, it's his birthday. I was like, oh, I see. That's why you guys are here. Cool. So then he asked me, he's like, where are your friends? And I'm like, I don't know. They left and they were supposed to come back. So then I finally text them and I was like, dude, I'm telling you, you guys gotta come back. I'm talking to this guy from 17. And then all of a sudden I hear like someone in the background call this dude's name. So we turn around, but instead of like just turn around, this guy puts his hand on the back of my neck and just kind of like grabs it. This is the back of my neck. This guy just kind of holds it like this. Hi, kind of like massaging it. I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? He's like, hey, is that your friend? Dude, I was with, let's say it's, Dino. Oh, no, she's not my friend. She's your friend. You guys are the same age. Yeah, we're friends. Hey, yeah. And I go and like give him a hug and stuff. And I'm like, what am I doing, Natalie? Just go with it. Just go with it, okay? Go back, standing next to Dino, and he has his hand again like on my neck. Oh, and also it ended up being like the member that had said hi. He was so much more handsome in real life because in the group, seems very neutral to me. Face to face, I was like, wow, this guy is really cute. So, and then here comes Vernon. You could totally tell he is super crunk. He's like, hey, and I was like, oh, happy birthday. It's my birthday. Goes to me, he's like, hey, like, come sit at our table. Oh my god, I'm gonna be sitting with fucking 17. This is crazy. Again, my friends are not here. Where the hell are they? Come here. They're inviting us to sit together. I step on the little like platform area. And then here's like Vernon. He's dancing. And I'm like, oh, you're a good dancer. I'm like, I'm a great dancer. He's like, yeah, let's do a dance battle. I'm not a good dancer. And so he does like his thing like and he's like, okay, you go. And I'm like, all right. I'm gonna fool myself, but it's all in like good fun, you know? I'm like ready to go like sit there, but then homeboy Dino is still kind of like on the dance floor, so I'm like, okay, I can't just like go and leave. So I was like sticking with him. And even though he was drinking, just kind of like nursing that drink basically. So I wanted to see if this one guy from that group that I think is really cute was here. So I was like, oh, is everyone here? Are they all celebrating this dude's birthday tonight? Oh no, this member, he had to leave early. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, in my head I was like, fuck. I wanted to see this guy like in real life because he's really cute. We're just talking, you know, was trying to get to know him because if we were really gonna be friends, I wanna get past that superficial, like, hey, you're famous and I'm a fan, and get into like, let's be friends. I'm trying to solidify that friendship in a club. That's what I'm trying to do. So I go and ask him, like, Vernon likes to do this on his birthday. What do you like to do on your birthday? Yeah, I don't really like to go out or anything. I just like to be just by myself, just like read a book. On your birthday? He was like, yeah, that's it. Just have some like alone time. I was like, well, for your next birthday, we could always hang out. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, Natalie, you're just trying to like insert yourself in any way that you can. Remember asking him, how does it feel being in music? Do you love it? Is it everything you ever wanted? And he says something so heartbreaking, I guess. It was just sad. From what I've seen in variety shows, he's always like very happy. One of those variety skilled members in that group, which I guess all of them kind of are. They're a pretty funny group. What he says was, you know, they give me a song, I perform it. It's a job. Oh, okay. All right, conversation was starting to get a little bit too deep and I was like, oh snap, okay Natalie, what other topic can we talk about? Also, he had asked like, where are your friends? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know where my friends are. I told them to come. And I really don't remember what else I said because again, it was such a long time ago, but I remember these points that did stick out to me. Talking, having grand old time. And then we were going to go to the platform. I was gonna go sit down. My friends started coming. I started seeing them and I'm like, over here, we're gonna sit down. And then at that moment, here comes this guy that I could only imagine is his manager or their manager. He's like, hey, come with me. This dude, Dino, is like, hey, I'm sorry, like, I'll be back. And I was like, oh yeah, no worries. I wasn't already sitting down with them to be like, okay, now I'm gonna do it. So I just was like there on the dance floor. Of course, my friends finally got here. I was like, let's not go up. I want to wait for him to come back and then we all just go in and like have a grand old time. Picturing my future life that's gonna come with this, like everything that's gonna come with this. I don't know, after like 20 minutes or so, dude comes back. A completely different person. He is hammered. He is so hammered. And I'm like, come on, dude. And because he was so drunk, he wasn't trying to sit down. He was just like, I couldn't even go and like sit down or anything. So I was just like, crap, really? So yeah, so then homeboy was really drunk.
This sucks. Why?
We didn't really get to talk much afterwards because he was just so into drinking. And then I remember at some point he did go up to the little platform area and he started like dancing all crazy. And I kind of was there, but I felt like I didn't have that invitation. Felt like I couldn't just go up there because I didn't want to invade anyone's privacy, I guess, like that. I did introduce him, Vernon dude, also. Oh, hey, this is, you know, my friends. They're like, hi, crunk, I want to dance, drink, I'm gonna do that, da, da, da. At some point, Dino and Vernon were on this platform and they're all like battling it out. They're like, da, 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 and they just go like, flakatang. They just fell down, spilled their drinks on them, but they're still like having a good old time. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, all right, this Natalie, there's no more hope. This guy is not gonna calm down from these drinks or anything. He ended up staying there because it was like good music. And then at the end of the night, everyone was leaving. They had also left too. We see them outside and we see homeboy along with the group member that's really good friends with the K-pop boy that I like. 7 degrees of separation. I basically am talking to this dude. I like call him out. I was like, hey, Dino. Just see him like keeled over. Oh, sorry. Like he's really drunk. Like I'm sorry about that. And I was like, oh, like no worries. Like anyways, the next day comes because I'm like, I still got your cacao boy. So I'm like, I'm gonna just message him up. Hey, it was really nice meeting you last night. That was it. I'm pretty sure his manager probably saw that and was like, block.
Fuck. No.
Within that month, I had seen a lot of other celebrities. The likelihood of you running into a celebrity, is it high or not? I think you can definitely probably see like a celebrity. Are you going to notice that's them? Maybe not. The general public don't really recognize a lot of celebrities without makeup unless you got these eyes, okay? Because I can detect anyone. Do not come here thinking you're gonna be bumping into people. But if you do, hey, it's a treat, enjoy it. Thought I would share my story finally. Again, it's not like super crazy and super like, oh my god, escándalo, nada así, but I thought, you know, just give you a little chisme here and there. And so that's it for this video, homies. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are safe. Again, if you're going outside, please make sure to wear a mask. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao! Bye!